poetry, fiction, and creative nonfiction as forms of creative writing. In this lesson, you will learn some examples of creative writing categorized under poetry, fiction, and creative nonfiction. There are many types of poetry, but we shall discuss only four examples, and these are lyric, ode, epic, and elegy. Now, what is a lyric poem? In the most common use of the term, a lyric is a fairly short poem consisting of the utterance by a single speaker. The speaker expresses a state of mind or a process of perception, thought, and feeling. A lyric is a highly musical verse that conveys powerful feelings. The poet uses rhyme, meter, or other literary devices to create a song-like quality. Meaning of ode. An ode is a poem written to praise or glorify someone or something. Here, the poet uses certain metrical pattern and rhyme scheme to express their noble and lofty sentiments in serious or satirical tone. The themes are inspiring and lofty and have universal appeal. Sometimes, odes may be humorous, but they are always thoughtful. The poet may praise someone, or he may praise the art of poetry, or even abstract ideas. Important themes and observations related to human relations, emotions, and senses are explored. Then we have epic poetry. In its strict sense, an epic is a long narrative poem on a serious subject. It is told in a formal and elevated style. An epic is centered around a heroic figure who has unusual courage and unparalleled bravery. It depicts the fate of a tribe, a nation, or the human race as depending on the hero whose status is elevated. The purpose of this is to inspire the audience to perform heroic actions. Finally, we have elegy. An elegy is a poem that reflects upon the death or loss. It is a poem of serious reflection which typically lament for the death of a particular person. Traditionally, it contains themes of mourning, loss, and reflection. However, it can also explore themes of redemption and usually ends in consolation. The next form of creative writing is fiction. Some examples under this form are novel, short story, novella, drama, fable, and mystery. A novel is a relatively long work of narrative fiction. Novels can be as long as the writer wants them to be. They usually have more than one plot and many well developed characters. It describes a chain of events that includes a cast of characters, a good dialogue, setting, plotting, climax, conflict, and resolution. A short story is a fiction of such briefness that do not support any subplots. The writer has the freedom to convey his message and entertain or enlighten his readers. A novella is a type of prose fiction that has less pages and words than a novel, but more than that of short stories. Novellas are short narratives that are often satiric or realistic in tone. The focus is usually on one incident or issue with one or two main characters. It takes at a single location. Drama is a composition especially intended to be acted on the stage, so this mode of fiction is represented in performance by actors on the stage. A fable usually features animals, legendary creatures, plants, or even inanimate objects that demonstrate a particular moral lesson. It is a short tale that explains a universal truth usually conveyed at the end. A mystery is a genre of literature that deals with a puzzling crime and its solution by unraveling secrets. Coming to the third form, we will discuss three examples of creative nonfiction as part of creative writing. The first is biography. A biography is a detailed account of a person's life written by another person. Such details are provided in an entertaining but informative way. The subject of the story is well portrayed and presented and shared with the audience or readers that the readers seem to feel well acquainted with the subject by the end of the reading. Another example is memoir. Memoir is a collection of memories. The author recounts experiences from his life. A memoir delves deep or reaches deep into a writer's personal experience. The third example is personal essay. A personal essay can be a personal narrative in which the writer writes about a personal experiences. It can also be a personal opinion about a topic or issue. It is usually in the first person narrative. Whether it is the examples given under poetry, fiction, or creative nonfiction, one cannot deny that these writings contain one or more elements of creative writing, so they are suitably called creative writing.